performances are the only thing I look forward to when I see a show. I was speaking to a gentleman the other day. He said, "Yaar, agar performance achhi nahi hai, so what's the point? Script, the fanfare, everything doesn't make any difference. Because a very mediocre script with very mediocre writing, it performed fantastically well. Suddenly you start saying, wow, what a film and what a series." These three ladies in question are fantastic performers. And some who I'm seeing, I don't know, of course, and I'm seeing them after varying phases of life. So, Kritika, after so long, how are you doing?
Very good, how are you?
Soha, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
And the only one with a mug. They've had a very long day today. Shahana, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
We're matching with the colors for a bit.
Absolutely, yeah, the pinks.
But haven't I said it right in that way that the only thing as an actor also, you're looking for performance-oriented script to be able to give that.
Yeah.
And it can really elevate. Like they say, dubbing can elevate a mediocre film. Performance can elevate zero script. Can it? Do you agree?
I agree because I mean they're words and of course the director
of course.
also is important, but people give it life, and then you can take it somewhere else. I've read scripts and I've seen them, being performed, and I've said, wow. And then, like you said, you can see something
opposite.
being destroyed as well. And you're like, oh, that was a waste.
This is actually a very interesting time for everyone. It's almost like a little bit of a buffet service, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everything is very good. You can pick and choose. Is it like with you all also? I know you took your time choosing. Now is it like, it's just a free fall for everyone, so let's just rock and roll?
Not like that, but it's definitely better.
Yeah.
It's much better. I really like the stuff that I'm reading now, things that are coming my way, stuff that I've shot for, interesting, stuff that I'd like to watch. And that's what I always wanted to do.
You have to ping a lot. Now, like when you read good stuff, is there a FOMO that somebody else might have read it as well? So maybe, by the evening at 6 o'clock, somebody else could have said yes. So if I read it at 2 o'clock, I say yes by 4 o'clock?
No. They try to trick you into that, but I don't fall for it.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, but do casting directors do that? Like the moment you read it, ma'am?
Again, I'm like the worst person to ask these things because I walk to the, what is it? The drum beat of my, what is it?
Your own drum roll.
My own drum roll. I have no, and I don't do it as there's a part of me that thinks that I should be more, but I am so instinctive that sometimes I have actually, there have been situations where I've tried to read, actually it happened while we were shooting for Hush Hush. There was a script I was given to read. And I really wanted to read it, and I had only heard good things about it. And every time I would start reading it, I couldn't continue. Not because it was badly written.
I was going to ask that.
Not at all because of that.
There was
yes, and I had to give a very odd answer. So I questioned myself and I said, "Am I being lazy? Am I too tired?" But another script came, and I read that, and I had no difficulty doing that. So I realized instinctively something is stopping me from connecting to this, and I don't need to question myself anymore in life. I go instinctively with everything I do. And I know that it's hard to explain that to someone else. So I had to tell the director that I'm sorry that I'm not even getting myself to be able to read it. And it has nothing to do with the subject.
You told that to the director?
They did not understand, but that's all right. That's okay.
The interpretation might have been different by him.
Absolutely. That was like, ye kaun pagal hai, bina padhe bol rahi hai ki matlab, she doesn't know what to. But I'm like that. So for me, even if I try to put that pressure on myself, I can't. Ultimately, it's almost like the cliche, but the script chooses me. I don't even know how I end up doing what I do. Even this, when it came to me, I was traveling around in Banaras. I wasn't taking any calls. I wasn't talking to anybody. And I was just constantly brought back to it. And then they said, read the script, do it. We want to know. And I said, oh. And then when I read the script, I said, okay,
divine
this is something I want. Yeah, divine intervention.
No, but when you look at the trailer also, well done, guys.
Thank you.
It really, it comes in there and then you think you know enough. Those who've seen 1 or 2 episodes maybe think that they know much more. I think unraveling a story is very difficult now because a lot of people what some shows do 1 episode and then after 10 days another episode. It allows that. Though I'm more of a person, I'll tell you something. Recently, when they released one of these international shows, some of my friends haven't watched it. They said, let all the episodes come out, then I'll watch it.
Together.
I said, but by that time, 5 months later, will you still have the interest or inclination to want to watch it?
And there'll be spoilers everywhere. It's so difficult to dodge.
No, but they're not too much on social media.
Okay.
But I've still realized that.
They're like recluses.
Yeah, so they don't really check. But I realized
That's
that this is a big game. I actually enjoy watching cinema on OTT. I have 2 kids. I'm running back and forth and doing various things, as you would know very carefully. So difficult you can't watch anything at one go.
No.
There's no way. You'll have a broken phone or a broken television set. So I don't lose the thread. Are you like that, or you need to watch?
I can only watch after Nai goes to bed anyway. That's
So
why
are
I do
you-
all the things that I don't want her to think I do. You know, I'm like, oh, there's no screens, there's no chocolate. I eat my cake also after she goes to bed. Bring out the cake. Bring
This
out
is
all the
post
bad
7
things.
o'clock, so all the dieting plans are
All
gone.
the fights also that I want to have with Kunal, she's gone to bed now. Tell her what I said. Now we'll fight. Now I'll swear. Now I'll break things. So don't come to my house after 8 o'clock.
No, I'd rather see that side.
That part.
But can you still enjoy it in the broken sessions? I mean, this goes for all three of you.
No, but I binge, I get sucked in and then I don't sleep and then I'm a horrible person the next day. But that's when it's a great show.
Yeah.
And hopefully you guys will also be horrible people after staying up all
Yes.
night watching Hush
Horrible
Hush.
people.
Yeah.
It depends on the kind of show it is.
Exactly.
Some shows I can wait. Some shows I like to relish. So I'm like, I'll watch one episode a week. I really like that.
Yeah.
But some shows are just binge-worthy.
Yeah.
You want to know what happened next, and then
Yeah.
it
And
kills
you can't go to sleep.
And this genre
I
especially.
count the number of hours and then I have to like sort of calculate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm also a huge fan of disappointment viewing. I want to watch at my own
Yeah,
ease, sit on my,
absolutely.
and today we have great TVs, great screens,
Yeah.
great system. You can sit at home.
And
in
our
the
lifestyle
last
is also like that.
2
Where sometimes you're
years-
not working in the day and you can
Yeah.
Yeah.
children
Yeah.
go to school and you
And
can
if
watch
you're in
TV.
Bombay, the traffic is fantastic as a friend.
Oh.
Yes.
To be able to watch all this.
Absolutely.
I was just trying to think that imagine 5 years ago when there weren't shows on OTT. Now I understand even 10 years back when we used to shoot television, why did people get so bored? Because there's nothing else to do while you're waiting for a shot. Now I think there's so much that can be done.
But people used to talk to each other, and people still sometimes talk to each other.
You know who I
when
feel
there's
very
YouTube.
happy when I see, like, I feel like drivers, they used to get so bored. They hardly have a job when they're sitting around.
True.
Or guards at night.
Yeah, they're
If
always watching
and I
stuff.
feel very
Yeah.
happy that access
they're
is there
awake.
for
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Which is why also there's a lot more recognition now with everyone.
Yeah.
Aapko dekha?
That's
Kahan
true.
dekha? Arey sir, sab dekhe.
So it's
know-
great because you want a wide audience like that.
There's a big, this is what I'm coming to also. Tamil Nadu has now passed a resolution, okay? No reviewing of any content will come out publicly for 3 days post the release.
Ooh,
So you don't want to colour people's opinions.
Absolutely. And they're ready to take legal actions. So they're formulating laws on this. Because what
Including
they-
public opinion.
reviewer opinion first. Public opinion they can't, no. But reviewer
opinion. Okay.
Very important because they feel that they're vested interests.
True.
They feel that one person's taste cannot influence another person's taste. I think this is fantastic. I've seen like bits and pieces of say Hush, and I say that this is awesome. But then somebody else will say, "Yaar, ye mere ko bilkul pasand nahi aa rahi." But the point is, those that speak louder might have a bigger voice. Do you agree with? It's a very hardcore censorship that is going to happen of reviewing and social media influencers. Very much so.
Right.
So do you think that's possible? But in a country as vast as India,
I'm just concerned sometimes because even when these laws come into place, who do they impact and will it work equally for everyone? Because sometimes you have to think about whose interest is that serving.
Yeah.
And what is the purpose of it? I'm all for freedom of speech.
Right.
I truly believe in one's ability, given a decent education, to be able to make up your own mind.
Yeah.
You go and see a film, let it be about anything. I'm completely against censorship of any kind, and I believe in human nature and the ability to make your own choices. I don't feel that should be hampered. And I get concerned a
But
little
are you
bit.
strong enough also to take the criticism when it comes across?
Completely. Have you met my mother? I mean,
No, in your personal case, yes. But what about the others? Some of them, it affects a lot, right? The mental peace of an actor or a performer can suddenly feel worthless.
See, that's something that comes with, that's like saying that, I'm going to be an athlete, but I have a problem if I pull a muscle. You can't say that. That's part and parcel of the job. You are there, when you're putting yourself out there as a performer, you are equally open to someone disliking what you're
and
doing.
don't read the reviews. if
Yeah,
you're like,
I'm also not a fan of this suppressing. And also, why can't this happen after those 3 days?
Exactly, it can still
It's
happen.
still going to happen.
in 3
so I
days,
don't
make or
really-
They
break
might just
happens
make
for-
the basic money, that's why.
But even that,
Well, maybe for box
I
office
have
to
a
some
problem
extent,
with
but on
us-
OTT that isn't.
I have a problem assuming with this assumption that people are so that they don't have a mind of their own, that they will only listen to something one person says and that makes or breaks their...
it's one person's opinion at the end of the day.
One thing that actually works in terms of making something popular is word of mouth.
Yeah.
When you tell a friend that I watch something and you value their opinion and you're like, oh, that's what actually makes it work. One person with a vested interest saying something is not going to make people not watch it. In fact, that might actually make
It influences opinion.
It
I
can
think.
influence.
No. So I beg to differ there. I've seen it happen. or these WhatsApp chat groups of 70 people that might just come and play cricket in the evening. If one person is, oh, the film is very bad. Oh, chodo, let's continue to play cricket. I've seen that happen. But now that it has been passed in one state, now I fear it will be adopted various places. So this is a little heads up for you all. But yeah, in the coming few days, we'll have to find out who's the funnest on the set.
What do you think?
We're fun together.
You.
I think you're.
Am I right?
You're right. But I think you're all fun.
No, I think it's nobody's fun. I mean,
In this kind of a show, especially.
by themselves. We had, you know, how somber we're looking, how like
Yeah.
teary and angst-driven we all are. It was really quite the opposite, and you should. I mean, you can imagine
Yeah,
how
of
much fun
course.
we had.
Yeah.
And I think it's the combination, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not as fun as I am with Shahana and Kritika with just anybody.
Yeah. That's because also
They
there's
bring out the best.
You bring out
in
the
me.
fun in
Yeah.
you.
familiarity also is better.
Yeah.
Who's the most, you know, I would say sometimes on a set someone can get really, wo lakir ka fakir jise bolte, right? On who will just not bend or mend ways and have a specific way of doing things. You know, sometimes like I have an OCD sometimes.
What do you mean? How?
You will not be like, you know your mind.
Yeah.
And you want to, of course, you'll bend for Tanuja, and you'll
Yeah, I was
listen,
gonna say
you'll
her.
get
She
feedback.
doesn't.
Yeah, she might, but I'm saying as a person, you don't lose focus.
No, but he's not asking about. He's talking about getting stuck in your ways. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
it's just even like that.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot, when you have a larger cast, sometimes when
Yeah.
you speak over or work over a period of time, sometimes you realize, okay, there's no point in arguing on that because this person is going to stick to their bits. Like that kind.
You couldn't be like that on this show, honestly.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because our director is not going to let you. I mean,
Yeah.
she just doesn't.
Yeah,
She
you have to
doesn't,
sort of
and
surrender yourself a
None
little.
of the
Yeah, you had
others
to
did
completely
either. I don't think that there was any.
Nobody.
We were all a part of a larger vision. So
In
that,
fact,
that
she
was
is quite
very
adamant.
clear.
She wants things her way, and
But
she
it's
wants
got to be that,
but
but you got strong performers also. You got to make sure that the chariot runs in one
Exactly.
direction.
And
I assume.
Also,
Exactly.
be
And you have
fluid
to be.
because there's so much. I mean, there's so much happening. You're in a room and you just say go, and you go with it. And if I'm just going to do things my way and not listen to what Shahana is saying or what Kritika is saying, and then it's not going to make sense because she might change her intonation, and then I have to respond to that.
Yeah.
So I think anybody who adopts that way of performing is like in a bit of a bubble, and it may not
You know,
work.
also when it stretches out over, I think films are that way easier to shoot. But for an actor, this gives a lot more space to be able to flash, a character out there.
Yeah.
Has this changed the game also, the way actors approach things also? Because I know so many people that say, it's okay if I don't get the film, it doesn't matter anymore, man. I've got so much good work that allows me to be able to shine in a certain way. I know for so long that, people who are looking for the right films, the right opportunities, of course they can come along the way. But I'm saying, does this offer tremendous opportunity for, your one show can have 4 seasons. And that's
Yeah.
brilliant.
And you can just live
might
off
just
that.
do that one show.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think that is a universal thought process now with every actor?
Definitely, it's there, and it's something that is. See, we're also in a very early nascent stage of this boom. Like at best, we've had 3 seasons of a show.
Yeah.
Or they're coming out. They haven't.
Kunal's
even come
actually
out.
done 3 seasons of a show.
He has, correct. So, but it's new. Like only up until the 2nd season has come out for audiences, right? So we don't know what that journey is really like. But yes, the promise is always there when you get onto something that it may go into development for a 2nd season. And like you said, that if a show does well, if the writing is well, if the character is interesting, then you have that kind of assurance that there's something that you're playing. You also have, therefore, to be more careful when you're choosing because you don't want to be stuck with something that you don't like doing, either as a character or as a team of people that you don't wish to work with. I mean, for me, those things matter a lot. This show going into 700 seasons, I will happily do it because I have innate trust and faith in the people that I'm working with, and I love them. And I've enjoyed the experience. But there might be other things where one is not sure. For me, I have always thought of that will I be able to play this character year after year if I had to, And
Kritika,
personally,
you
I
like
love
television. I mean, this is a joke for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Only for seasons.
Yeah, what's the big deal?
Yeah. But no, that's what I like about this medium then, because there is a bound script which you don't get on TV.
And there's an end date.
End
There is
date.
an end date,
Yeah.
and no, just the detailing, the attention to detail on
Yeah.
OTT. It's like making 3 films, right? And the pre-prod, filming, post, everything is much longer. So these seasons are also like, it takes 2 years to make 1 season.
Possibly, yeah.
True.
So, so you can...
And then you sign a contract also, money was also for 3 seasons.
Yes.
So what I've heard.
Yes.
But you're only season 1.
Yeah.
This is going to be good. Have you enjoyed watching it yourself? Are you being able
I have
to?
not seen it.
Oh, really?
I have not seen
As
it
yet.
You all haven't seen the screener?
No.
Well, not the whole
We
thing.
are.
Not,
It's working.
yeah.
At least a little bit that we've seen is working.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But
We haven't
congratulations.
seen it all in one go. We get to do that.
Are we wrapping up? Wow.
Oh, yeah.
This is incredibly short, man.
Yeah, we're very busy.
You can do 700 interviews in like an 8-hour day.
Yeah.
But so good to see you all. And I said, like I said, now we lots of opportunities to meet over and over
Yes,
again.
of course.
But I haven't seen you all in a long time, so good to see you all.
Yes.
And yes, now with fellow family members with 2
Yes,
children, I realize my
know.
life is a different world.
Yeah, completely, no?
Yeah. Lots of coffee morning to night. Till the next time, guys, take care. And hush hush it is. It's beautifully crafted. Inferences where you'll think you know, because A, you watch so much now, but it's not. So watch it, and from the first episode, it's going to blow your brain away. Take care.